was a rough cardio session. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's funny because some days, actually, okay, let me restart that. Most days, cardio is not fun for me. Some people enjoy it, I don't. So, most days it's kind of a drag. Some days worse than others, but yeah, but today, not only was it a drag, it just wasn't, it went by super slow. But not only that, for some reason, I was sweating like a motherfucker, dude. It was intense. It looked like I had never done cardio in my life before. That's how bad I was sweating. It was it was something. But yeah, and I didn't do nothing different. It was, normal 20 minutes. Try to crack 300 calories for the minimum, and I did both that. Yeah, I don't know what it was, man. I was sweating bad. Luckily, I got enough water today, I think. If not, the gym has plenty of water, so I can go buy one. Yeah, it's gonna be. I don't know, man. If the rest of this workout goes like the cardio, it might be interesting. It might be, but yeah, a couple weeks ago I said I was gonna go back to dumbbells. I just want one more bench session, barbell bench, before I do that. I mean, I want to go. So the goal is to go up to three again. Of course that could change if the warm ups feel a little off or something. But and I want to try to get 8 reps, get a rep PR with it. A couple weeks ago I did 7, and don't ask me why. It's just more, I just it's something I want to do before I go back to dumbbells. Honestly, I couldn't even give you a reason if you asked me to. It's just I just I just want to do it, you know. But yeah, I'll probably, you know, like I said, if it all feels good, I'll do a couple sets with 360, and then the theme of the past 3 weeks, I'll back the weight down and do 2, maybe even 3 sets with lighter weight on here, more hypertrophy focused, and yeah, then the rest of it's just fucking, all your chest accessory work. That's the goal. I'm gonna keep warming up, and we'll kind of see. All right, so I think I'll do a couple warm up sets of 225. I always like to do that, usually 5 reps each one, and then go to 315. See how that feels, and that'll kind of determine the next warm up. Probably right before I do my first set of 3. Again, that can always change, but that's the plan right now. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this week is gonna be the last week of the cut officially. I've had some up and downs with it, especially the past month. But again, the bodybuilding show I'm wanting to do is literally 6 or 7 months away. I wasn't cutting like super strict like for a show, but I was on a cut. Um, yeah, but I think that this probably this Friday will be the last day, and then it's gonna be a clean bulk. I'm gonna keep it pretty clean, but since it's a bulk, I'll be a little more lenient with what I eat. But still, I want to keep it relatively clean. I don't want to, I don't want to get my body fat percentage too high. If I had to guess right now, it's probably around 10, maybe 11, maybe 9, depending on the day. But like, I don't want to get up past, say, 15. Honestly, I don't even want to get close to that. At the most, I'd like to get it to 12% maybe on this clean bulk. So yeah, it's you guys know the whole cutting and bulking. There's a lot of give and take, a lot of play to try to figure out what works best for you. Because everybody's different. Yeah, that feels light. That's cool. I'm gonna do that again, and hopefully it feels even lighter. Oh yeah, let's throw 315 on there, guys. I got jizzed on by liquid chalk. I don't know if you can see that. It totally got me though. Um, luckily it wasn't a facial. That'd have been rough. Yeah, but I'm look at my thumb, dude. I'm gonna have to you know what, for this bench session, it feels right. But when I'm done, I'm gonna have to clean this up a little bit. Well, felt all right. It moved a little slow, but I think that's just because I'm not, you know, I'm not hyped yet. So I'll probably do what I always do. I'll go to three. Well, what would that be? I'll probably do 345 for a single, and then go to 365. Now I messed around with my grip. Like it was actually before I quit hitting bench for those couple months. So it was like 4 months ago, probably. And I brought my hands in probably about an inch, or at least close to an inch each one. And ever since I've done that, now this doesn't mean it's gonna work for everybody. Some people do just bench better with a wider grip. But for me, ever since I've done that, I picked the wrong day to wear black, dude. I'm gonna get white all over me. Oh my god. But anyways, ever since I've done that, my bench has just gotten better and better. So, it's something you got to think about because, if you kind of plateau or if you start to get, I mean, even like your numbers start to go down, it could be several things, but one of them could be your form. So, and that's one of the most important ones. But yeah, I'm glad that I did that. You know what? I haven't rested that long, but I'm gonna go right into it. All right, felt easy enough. If I'm being honest, I don't know if I'm gonna get 8 with 365 just by the way that felt. But we'll get a good hit of the smelling salts, get a good rest here, and we'll give it everything I have. But you know how you can just tell sometimes. I just don't think it's gonna happen. But again, I'm gonna fucking give it everything. So we'll see. Yeah, I need a fresh piece of gum for this. I've been chewing on that last piece for like I don't know 30 or 45 minutes, and it's lost its punch. So I need a fresh piece. But dude, I'll tell you what, I look like a fucking cocaine addict. Like I better make sure I don't touch my nose because it's really gonna give cocaine addict vibes. Again, I haven't rested that long, but I kind of just want to go. I kind of just want to go for it. Which that could, fuck, I don't know. That'd probably be a mistake. But I mean, I haven't really done nothing. I'm just warming up, so I should be. I'm not fatigued per se. You know what? Let's do it. Let's go. Let's go right for it. Ugh. Nope. I'm not even gonna do anymore. That was not happening today. Damn. I kind of. I don't even think I want to do that again. If I'm being honest. I'll probably go back down to 315 and just get some good hypertrophy in. Because even the very first rep, I don't know, it just felt everything about it felt off. So yeah, I think again, you got to change. Sometimes you got to change your plans with new information, and that new information is telling me, you know, don't go so heavy today. It's just it didn't feel the best. So yeah, I'll probably go back down to 315, do two, possibly three sets, and then I might even do a set of 225. That sucks though. It is what it is. You can't expect to hit fucking PRs every week. That's just nonsensical. But I'd be lying if I said part of me wasn't hoping. Like I might have been able to do one more, but that was so it would have been six. I wasn't even gonna match my previous PR with this. So yeah, let's take some weight off. That felt okay. I mean, I got, you know, got a ton of blood in the chest, so that's good. But in terms of like how the weight felt, it feels a little heavier today. I'm not gonna lie, it does. That's just, again, that's just part of training. It's a lot of peaks and valleys. When I got closer toward the end of that set, though, I was trying to slow the reps down a little bit, have a little more control, and really squeeze the chest. I did 10, so I'll try to do one more set of 10. And depending on how this next set feels, might do a third set with 315, and then probably a set with 225 too. But yeah, I mean, it kind of sucks, you know. It can be mentally and emotionally demoralizing when you don't kind of hit that number or that certain amount of reps that you wanted to hit. That's why it's important to not always chase the numbers. Yeah, that can be part of it, especially if that's what you love to do, and that's definitely what I love to do. But there's other elements of training that I also love, like seeing my body change, get more cut, more muscle put on. So even though I didn't hit that number, I immediately adapted what I was doing to kind of highlight and focus more on the other things that I love about training. So that's, you know, you don't want to be tunnel visioned in terms of one way of approaching training. You know, be very versatile, and it can, you know, you can be very adaptable with how you train if one thing's not feeling good or whatever. But I'll rest. I'm speeding my my rest up too, so that definitely would have been a little easier. But literally, I took the weights off, sat around for like 30 seconds, and then jumped right into it. So yeah, I'll probably rest another 30 seconds and then jump right into it again. All right, so real quick, I went back and watched that video, and there was 2 or 3 reps where my bar path, you know, I'd come down and start coming up. It was uneven. It was lopsided. It might have even been like 4 reps. It was, I don't know, man. And I felt it in the set when it was happening. And that even happened on the set before with 365, and I felt it then. That's why I want to go back and watch. And that will always, and I mean always, throw a rep if it's just a 1 rep max or a set off. If your bar path starts to get uneven like that, I mean, forget about it, dude. It's gonna make it way harder, and it's definitely gonna affect your performance. So I'm gonna try to clean that up on this set because, like I said, you know, it's gonna affect everything and make it way harder, and it's also dangerous. So. That felt much smoother. I didn't feel any hiccups or, you know, unevenness. All right, honestly, I'm probably gonna rest a little longer before this next one, but I am gonna do 315 again. So I'll rest. I don't know. It might even be close to 3 minutes, and then do it again. I was very tempted to go for a 9th rep there. The 8 reps that I did, it got the job done with what I was going for. One extra rep there was not going to make or break the hypertrophy levels. I hit it with that 8th one. It was good. So let me do one more back down set with 225, and then do some. I mean, you guessed it, some dumbbell chest flies.
That was a great set to end with on bench press. Woo! That was gnarly. My chest is fired up. I did, so like, knowingly, I brought my grip out a little wider, take the triceps out of it a little more. And since it was pretty easy lightweight for me, I knew that wouldn't be much of a factor in performance. I was just trying to get a little more isolation on the chest. And it worked. It worked fucking good. Yeah, let's go over there and let's go start some dumbbell flies. All right. It's pretty obvious at this point. I had a little change of heart. I feel like since the bench session didn't go like I wanted, the weights felt a little heavy, and honestly, like now that I'm done, my elbows are a little achy. So not bad. I mean, it's not even really that bad, but it's enough that I've noticed, and I don't want to do anything else to kind of further make it worse. So just for today, I think I'm gonna take a break from the dumbbells. Just like yesterday when I took a break from the squats, I think it's a good idea. My body's kind of sending me signals, so I'll do 3, probably 4 sets here on the pec deck, and then maybe do some of the cables, some of these for the upper chest, and then I'll do one more exercise for lower chest, and then we'll call it there. But yeah, I just think, to give my tendons and joints a break from those heavy dumbbell flies that I do, I just think it's smart at this point, and I kind of need it. I can feel it. And free weights are definitely a little tougher on the joints and tendons, and just your overall nervous system. It's usually a lot more stability required, a lot more mental focus. I mean, you need to focus on everything, but you guys know what I'm saying. It's just a little even more on free weight stuff. So I think it's gonna be a good idea. So let's get this first set in, and we'll kind of see if I'm right. All right, that felt pretty good. I think it's time for a shirt change, though. Yeah. See, that's one reason I don't like the pec deck as much. No matter how much I focus on it, and I know I do it, I think a lot of people do. When the reps start to get tough, when you get to that from here to here, this portion, you tend to kind of want to round your shoulders and almost flex it in with your biceps, kind of bend at your elbows. And when I start to do that, I feel it. I wouldn't say as much in my bicep. I still generally feel it the most in my chest, which is good. But I do start to feel it in my bicep a little bit. My bicep starts burning, you know what I mean? Like I'm doing a fucking set of curls. I don't like that. And that's why I don't do pec deck much. Maybe that's a sign I should just lighten the weight. Probably.
But then again, when I lighten the weight, it's just the intensity is not the same for me. I like to, I don't know. You know what? I did 2 heavier sets. Maybe I'll back the weight down like I've done everything else and do a couple lighter and really try to pull my chest through, overemphasize my chest and ribs sticking up and out. Maybe I'll fill up my chest a little more. Yeah, let's do that. Now, I'm not going up a ton. I just went up literally up 2 more notches. So again, when I say light and weight, unless it's a drop set, as long as it's the heavier sets that you did weren't super heavy, like I was doing anywhere from 9 to 11 reps, you don't need to lighten the weight a significant amount. So going up 2 notches should make a pretty big difference, but still be somewhat heavy. I must admit, I like that quite a bit. I really did. It was nice. I believe I did at least 15 reps. It might have been 2 or 3 more. It's all right. That's pretty good. So I'm gonna do that again, and then I think the pec deck will be complete. I think that'd be a pretty good way to end it. One more at this weight, and then, like I said, I'll go over the cables as long as it's not taken. And at the moment, there's like nobody in here. I guess because everybody was off today, the day after Easter. I don't know. But anyways, at any rate, I'll try to get in those cables, and we'll do some cable flies for the upper chest. Okay, that was something, man. I don't know. I really like the way that turned out. That was nice. All right, let me go snag the cables for somebody who runs in here like a fucking flash or something and takes them for my slow ass gets over there. Okay, so rather than doing 5 sets here of these upper chest cable flies, I don't even know what they're called, but they target the upper chest, so that's what I'm gonna call them for the moment. But yeah, rather than do 4 or 5 sets of this, like I did 5 sets of bench and then 4 sets of the pec deck. I think I'm only gonna do 3 sets of this, and then I'll do something. Still don't know yet, but something for lower chest, and I'll do only 3 sets of that too. Because if I try to do 4 or even 5 sets of these next two, that'll have me right around 20 sets, maybe a little more, a little less, and that's just too much. Even if I only train chest once a week, I still feel like that's just too much in one day. 20 sets of one body part. I mean, man, that's a lot. So I'm only gonna do 3, which still it's gonna have me around 15 total sets, which is still quite a bit, but it's a little more manageable. So yeah, let's get this first one in. Okay. That's actually a pretty good weight. I'd be lying if I said a part of me didn't want to go up a little bit, but I think overall that's a good weight. I'm gonna stick with it for the next two. You guys, I may have lied. I'm gonna add it's not much, but I'm gonna add a couple of those little weights on there. Try to bring me down closer to 12 reps. Depending if it does or not, then I'll probably stick with this weight for the next two. Yep. I think that did the trick. It was actually a little harder than I thought it was going to be. That's all right. I think I was right at 12, actually. 12 or 13. Yeah, so we'll do that one more time. Ah. You know what? Since this is the only upper chest, targeted movement I'm doing today, let's do a drop set. Why not? It's already getting tough. Yep. I think that's all I got there. I'm gonna do something a little different to finish here. So let's get over there. I am going to use this bench press machine they have here. Let's try that. Obviously I'm not going for strength or anything here. This is strictly for good hypertrophy. Camera's crooked. And yeah, I really want to emphasize squeezing. Well, really, I mean, when you're squeezing one part of the chest, you're squeezing all of it. But you know how it goes. Some of it might be emphasized a little more than others. If you're doing an incline bench press, upper chest is a little more emphasized, but generally it's always the whole chest. But I do want to emphasize the lower chest a little more in this. So I might even kind of stand up a little bit, bring me up higher, where I'm pressing really low, almost, almost, an inch or so below my nipple. Yeah, focus on the lower chest a little more. But yeah, I haven't done this in a while, so I don't know how this is gonna feel. Let's find out. I don't know, it's kind of hard to say immediately immediately right after the set. But I do think I want to go up and weight one more. Again, I said it's not about the weight, and it's not, but it was still a little too easy. So I'll try it again, a little heavier this time. Up. All right, that was a little better. I think one more set like that, and there's a good chance I'll do a drop set, but that'll be it, man. All right, that felt really good. Let's go. Let's go back there and get a pump check. All right, so overall, I really like the way this workout turned out. It was kind of a, there's no kind of, it was a rough start to it. Not only, like I said earlier, the cardio, for whatever reason, man, I was fucking sweating so bad. I was getting extremely hot. But then on top of that, I don't know, I just wasn't feeling my strongest. But again, you're gonna have your peaks and valleys, and the more you train, the more you're gonna realize that. So as soon as I realized that I wasn't feeling my strongest, you know, I was like, yeah, let's back down to just 315 and get some good higher rep sets in. And that actually turned out pretty good. So yeah, the chest, I didn't record it, but I did do a set of push-ups with it's actually, I don't know what these are for, but they got two of them, and you can really emphasize the stretch, and that's what I did, and it fucking felt great, man. But yeah, so I will say real quick, cardio, I just like, not only was it tough, well, I won't say tough. Tough's not the right word, but it's just, I don't know. It went really slow, and it was a drag. But and yeah, I was fucking sweating like crazy. But whenever, where was I going with that? Oh yeah, I wasn't really feeling it. Like, I didn't really want to do it. But like, that's when you got to kind of tell yourself, to get somewhere that not many people get to, or just to get to the goals that you want to get. Most of the time, you're gonna have to do things that are you know, necessarily something that you don't want to do. And I can say right now, 9 times out of 10, I don't want to do cardio, but I know in doing it, it's going to make me that much better. So, you just sometimes you just got to give yourself little reminders. Like, listen, even though I don't want to do this right now, the long-term payoff is going to be exactly what I need. So, it's kind of like suffer now and reap the benefits later. But yeah. Anyways, let's get right. Let's get into it before I lose my pump. My chest is feeling good, so not terrible, I guess. All right, that side tricep was much better. I'm actually really happy. You know what? Let's see if I can replicate it. Let's see if that was just like a one hit wonder. I don't know, man. That was a lot better. So like when I was doing that, I was trying to make sure I was actually opening up more and pulling back, and then down, and then flexing everything, and it looked much better, man. I don't even think I don't think I even want to hit any bicep or back poses. It was a chest day, so there's really no point. Let me do a front lat spread just because, and then we'll call it. All right, we're gonna call that a day, man. Again, so I said how this is my last week on the cut, and then it's gonna be a clean bulk. So I'm still gonna eat pretty fucking clean. I'm just gonna increase how much I eat. I'll be in a slight surplus, maybe a couple hundred calories a day. Nothing crazy. Yeah. So since this is the last week of the cut, I've been extremely strict. Besides the cheat days, um, but last week and this week, extremely strict with the diet. So, and you guys know how it is. Like it's just chicken and green beans for most of my meals, and it's making me that much more hungry. So I'll probably go home, and even though it's only 4:30, I'll probably go home and eat dinner. I'm not even gonna wait. Uh, that might be a mistake because I might get pretty hungry in a couple hours. But it is what it is. When you're cutting, that's just part of it, man. You gotta pretty much embrace the hunger and the fact that you're gonna be hungry and your energy is gonna kind of drop. That's just part of it. But yeah, that's it for today.